Hey, I'm Paul Downer. I'm with Discipleship Network of America. And on today's Show Me How To, I'm going to talk to you about how to speak life into the quarter lifer. The quarter lifer are those who are between the years of 18 and 28 years old. They're in a crisis of time in their life when they're transitioning from education to the workplace, from being a teenager to being an adult, and it's into their hands that the older generations are passing on the leadership of our nation politically, in our churches, in our families, and in our businesses. And it's so crucial that we know as a people how to speak life into their lives. Well, Proverbs 18:21 says this, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat of its fruit." The quarter lifer is asking two basic questions. They're asking, who am I? That's a question of identity. And do I matter? Do I have value? Do I have significance? And that's a question of meaning. They're asking, who am I and why does it matter? And you can speak life into them by answering those questions positively rather than negatively, which will lead to death. And I mean the death of a soul that can have huge ramifications for the next generation. Well, practically, that means you can speak life into someone by saying, this is what I see in you that is admirable, that I value. In fact, I see these gifts in your life. I believe that God has designed you like this. You are strong. You have a sense of sensitivity to people that is unique and powerful. That speaks into their identity. What are my gifts? That's their question, and you're answering it by saying, this is what I see in your life. And then the question of meaning, you're answering when you say, and frankly, like, I'm impressed with you. I approve of you, and it's just pretty amazing to see how God is using you. And I think that God has a vision for your life that's going to blow you away. That's speaking value into their life. That is answering their basic questions. Who am I, and do I have value? And you're using your words to speak power into the quarter lifer in a way that could change the world. So I've told you how to speak life into the quarter lifer, but now I want to show you. Watch this. That's awesome, dude. Man, I'm so glad the whole crisis thing's over in the workplace. Well, dude, okay, this is what I hear you saying. And I know you say it's like no big deal what you did, but honestly, it sounds like you pretty much walked into the situation. Everybody was just going crazy. You had an upset customer, and you had employees who are just ready to quit. And you're like, all right, what's the situation? What can we do about it? All right, and you pretty much appeased this lady who was just obviously having a really tough day, and you solved the whole problem. Yeah, no, I'm serious. It's not flattery, because this is the thing, and I've been telling you this for a while, but I see you as someone that God has uniquely given two main things. One, a sense of decisiveness, that you can decide what to do, and you have the boldness to do it. And I admire that, bro. Like, that's something that God's grown in my life, and frankly, you're an example of me in that, and it's huge. He's going to use that for sure. Yeah, man, I'm serious. You bet. You rock, dude. Well, that example was real. It happened with a friend of mine named Jonathan that is one of 4 men that I'm building into. Guys who are quarter lifers between the ages of 18 and 28, making crucial decisions that will affect the rest of their lives. And I would challenge you to engage the quarter lifer, to speak words of life into their souls, into their lives, that tell them this is who you are, these are your gifts, and those gifts have value. If you do that, the next generation of leaders that are being raised up right now will change the world.